Stun grenades and water cannons were deployed in one of the harshest crackdowns by security forces in weeks as peaceful protests in Belarus entered a third month. Orange dye was added to the sprayed water, apparently to mark the protesters for detention. Hundreds were hauled off, including 40 journalists who were later released. Despite the weather and the danger of arrest, tens of thousands marched through Minsk on October the 11th to demand an end to the authoritarian 26-year rule of Alyaksandr Lukashenka. The protests began in August after Lukashenka was declared victor in a presidential election widely seen as rigged.
Это уже не секрет. Почти полдня президент провел сегодня в следственном изоляторе КГБ.
The previous evening, state TV showed Lukashenka meeting some of the political opponents he has locked up. Ever since the election, the opposition has said it wants dialogue with Lukashenka to discuss a transfer of power. But opposition presidential candidate Svetlana Tsikhanouskaya, who has been driven into exile in Lithuania, said dialogue could not take place in a prison cell. The same day, she released a video of herself having her first telephone call in 4 months with her husband, Sergei Tsikhanouski, who was also imprisoned for his political activities challenging Lukashenka.
Надо как-то жестче быть.
Жестче? Я переживаю просто за всех, кто там в тюрьме находится, знаешь, жестче быть, но чтобы на вас это всех не отразилось. Но, значит, будем жестче.
Amid the latest crackdown, this video showing the brutal mistreatment of prisoners has provoked outrage. It was shot from a police van in August and shows people being beaten as they enter a detention facility. Volha Kavalkova is a close aide of Tsikhanouskaya, who has also been forced to leave Belarus. She spoke to us from Warsaw about the latest developments.
Задержания, избиения и репрессии продолжаются. Они не меняют свою тактику, и они продолжают давить. Вместо того, чтобы говорить, они продолжают вести войну со своим народом.
The latest images from Belarus bear witness to these words. But in the face of continued state violence, the protesters have remained peaceful and resolute.